Hello, Facebook family and friends. Edwin Cabrera coming to you live from Manassas, Virginia. And I met a new person, a friend, from the gym, and we were talking, and she asked me about, to tell her about myself. And of course, we go into our stories, going into the past about, where I grew up, in the Lower East Side of Manhattan, with all kinds of drugs, poverty, um, gangs, and the whole 9 yards. And, so that puts me all the way back there. Now I'm thinking about my past. Then she asked me about my mother, and unfortunately I was with my mother when she had a stroke in Puerto Rico. That put me into a whole nother funk. So sometimes it's difficult to talk about, but I wanted to get a point across because, they say don't live in the past, and then to live in the present, but then, when you meet new people, you go into your whole past and you go into all these, you always pick the worst case scenarios of how you grew up and how difficult and all of this. And you really never talk about any of the good stuff, really, because even though I grew up in that kind of environment, we had a lot of fun and we did a lot of great stuff that, we look at that stuff, then we really can go back there and look at what we enjoyed. So it brings me to what I'm learning now from Dr. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza. I'll write his name in there, because I can't say it. But he's talking about, now we've all learned that, okay, don't live in the past, live in the present. Okay, cool. Now he is saying live in the future. In other words, that don't wait until you have a lot of money to feel good about having money. Don't wait to feel happy. Be happy now. Don't wait until you get to a certain point in your life to then be happy. Think of yourself in the future as being happy. Think of yourself in the future as having everything that you wanted. Your mind does not know the difference. Your mind is, you tell it your reality. You're really basically saying, okay, I'm broke. I got problems. I'm going to sit here. And in the future, when I have money and I don't have problems and all this and all that, then I'll feel better. No, feel better now. And it will make your life a lot better now and in the future. So I got into a funk because I'm thinking, okay, I got to think about the future. I got to now project myself and think being blessed and being happy and being abundant. And I just went and had this whole conversation for an hour or so about, all the stuff where I came from, which was not abundant, not happy. And, and anyway, but I don't want to go back there again. So the point is, if you get a chance, I'm going to put his name, Dr. Joe Dispenza, something to that effect. Listen to what he says, because it's a whole different take, because he's saying that basically we all live in the past. And what he means by that is that we are constantly in a state of stress. Why? Because as soon as you get up in the morning, you start thinking about all the things you don't have. You think about you have to go to work to make money to pay for the bills. You have to go to, you're going to go through your routine, whatever your routine is, your commute. You're stressing about your commute to then get to work, to stress in work, to then get out of work, to then go to the commute and stress about the commute so that you can go home and stress about what's happening at home. So when you put your body in that state of stress, where you're in a constant state of stress, your chemical balance in your body changes. And when you get out of that stress, for example, when you go to the country, you get out of I grew up in a city, so when you get out of the city and you go out to the country, all of a sudden, everything calms down. And when you go back to the city, you almost feel like there's a shell around the city of stress. And when you hit the city, you get back up into your thing, of how to be, how to live and deal with the stress of the city. So you want to learn through meditation, through relaxation, how to de-stress and how to relax and how to breathe and how to try to get out of that constant state, because your body is deteriorating and you're killing yourself gradually because you're in a constant state of stress. Or when you're in adrenaline, it's fight or flight. You know, when we grew up in the city, it was constant fight or flight. You know, that's why I learned martial arts and stuff, you know, because, you know, I always wanted to be ready, you know. So learn to relax, learn to breathe, learn to meditate. So this is Cabrera signing off here in Manassas, Virginia. I hope that was helpful. Take care. Bye.